America, America, America. Coming around to save the Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. I hope you understood the reference in that intro, guys. It's a fun movie, and it's not being overly sentimental toward my country. I'll say that. So, anyways, and for the record, I do love the country I live in. Just for those of you who think I wouldn't, but you guys are crazy, and just like you guys who are crazy, the ACKBAR, the snack bar OMICRON is really good in 3v3, guys. I don't know if it's for everyone. My main account just can't afford it because I just have too much going on that account. Too many OMICRONs that I need. But my mid-range account that doesn't have access to like Star Killer or like a Dash team or no, even the Iden team, even though I put the OMICRON on her, like it's still good. And so to be real clear too, guys, and I didn't put it in the thumbnail, so please don't hate me too much, but this also is going to show you guys how it works with Princess Leia. I've been really excited to show this team, and I mean, it has two OMICRONs on like mid-range characters, which is questionable, granted. And you need a Zeta on Stormtrooper Han and gear on Stormtrooper Han, which he's not a requirement character really, except for like a little bit Stormtrooper Han, except a little bit Commander Luke. So I understand people's reluctance to put gear and OMICRONs on this squad, but it's a lot of fun in 3v3, and it really might be something that's good for you. You guys will see just how ridiculously hard they hit, and I haven't found their limit yet, guys. It's really going to be interesting. I really want to try it against Darth Revan team with I want to try it against the Darth Revan team without Malak. I think maybe that would work, but we're gonna get there. So we're gonna talk about the mechanics for a little bit, just so you guys understand what is happening, and then we're gonna cut over and I'll show you the footage of my 3 matches of just the ACKBAR OMICRONs separated. So let's go check it out, guys. Let's do it. Whoa, we're in the game. Madness. How'd we get in the game? This is crazy. Why is Admiral ACKBAR not fully geared? So here's the team that I used, guys. This is on my alternate account, Professor X. We're not quite at 7 million GP, and I know that these OMICRONs are probably, I don't know, it's a little sketchy. It really is, but it's also pretty good. So here's what's going on, and man, there's almost too much going on. So it's all turn meter gain. So any team that disallows turn meter gain, like, I mean, Jedi Master Kenobi is probably way outside the bounds anyways, but a team like Hux, for instance, would shut this down pretty hard, or if they get days on you, or if you're not fast enough, something like that. But here's how it works, guys. And I actually did an earlier take where I read all of the stuff, all the kits, and it took like 10 minutes to talk about mechanics, and I really don't want to do that. We're trying to make fast videos here. You guys can read these things on your own, but the important parts are, so he gives plus 25 speed. That's just on his leadership, but plus 25 speed. He needs rebels on his team, so everyone gets tenacity up. So other quick hitters here, guys. If they're all rebel allies, then whenever an ally's buff expires, that ally gains 3% turn meter. This doesn't sound like a lot until you start looking at Princess Leia and her madness of debuff, or of buffs that she's giving from her OMICRON. That's why her OMICRON is so strong. Whenever an ally uses an ability that isn't an attack, then all allies recover 5% health, blah blah blah, instead of one random ally to assist, which is what his leadership used to be. Then it calls the other two weakest allies to assist. And so in 5s, this is still, it's like, okay, you want Stormtrooper Han to assist, but how do you make him one of the weakest? In 3s, he's just one of the weakest because that's because of the way that he is. And it's made me think maybe I should try doing undersize attacks in 5v5 with just this trio. I don't know, something to keep your eyes on. The awesome thing is whoever is assisting have their cooldowns reduced by 1. This is crazy, guys, because okay, so Leia, we'll get back to Leia, but Stormtrooper Han, he has the best taunt in the game if he could keep his taunt. That's the thing. Like he has like when Watt first was released and his tech was reading that Stormtrooper Han was going to not Stormtrooper Han, but his kit was reading that you could assign a taunt. I was over the moon excited about Stormtrooper Han with him because his taunt is so good, but it's different. Watt assigns a generic taunt. This is like a fancy taunt that can only happen with Stormtrooper Han. So he taunts for 3 turns, but it gets dispelled really fast right away. And all other allies gain turn meter. In addition, all other allies gain 20% turn meter when Han is damaged while his taunt is active. So one thing to keep in mind too, guys, this is also if he has damage over times, which you're going to dispel those probably, but if he has damage over times, he's going to be damaged while he has the taunt active. But 20% turn meter for his whole team is just pretty nuts, guys. Every time he's damaged, like, can you imagine if like a Mon Mothma team attacked him, for instance? We'll get to see that, guys. There's actually an instance of that, and the 20% turn meter is awesome, guys. It's all other allies, remember, so it's not him. He's not getting that turn meter. But if you look at it at this shot, like, these are all older characters, so they have these really funny old caveats of like they're like micromanaged on balance here. A 70% chance to gain 35% turn meter. Okay, cool. And then here, you want his Zeta here as well. I know it's another ignominious thing, ignominominous. He doesn't have an omnom yet, but hopefully he does get it. Hopefully we just keep making this team more elitist, guys. He has a 25% chance to remove 30% turn meter from each enemy at the start of each of his turns. So that requires a potency check, and I don't have a lot of potency on him, but that would be the stat that I would target next after protection and defense. But I haven't paid attention to it on this account. That could actually make a pretty big difference, though, if he's taking a lot of turns, which he does, as you'll see. So Han recovers 5% protection, 25% chance to remove 10% turn meter from each enemy when he is damaged. So every time he's hurt, he's also removing turn meter. It's just a cool kit, guys. And the reason this taunt is so amazing, like, Watt can assign a taunt, but it's not the fancy taunt. If this one just gets dispelled, and then it's a 4 cooldown wait. But with ACKBAR, he's constantly being called to assist, and he gets his taunt every single turn almost, and it's a non-attack thing, so he's calling everyone else to assist. It's pretty cool, guys. And then finally we have Leia. I do have a relic 5. You need her to be fast. You need her to be fast. So probably not quite that. I mean, I'm just overkilling here just because it's exciting. But plus I keep upgrading her mods and they just keep hitting speed. But what's she at now? She's at 360, essentially 359 with the ACKBAR Omicron. So pretty quick. She's very quick. Got that crit damage. I did move her up to relic 5. I know that you could give her more or fewer of that, but things that she does the 70% chance to attack again, blah blah blah. She gains turn meter on that stuff. She can do a non-attack move, which calls everyone to assist, and this keeps burning her cooldowns really fast. She does this move all the time. If that happens, she gains a bunch of buffs, including stealth. And then this one is her Omicron. So without the Omicron, she's giving everyone 55% chance to give all of her friends crit chance up. And, she heals 5% health and protection. But then also, she gives, with her Omicron, she also gives them retribution. She gives tenacity, and all that stuff. She's handing out all kinds of buffs. And just a quick pointing at Snack Bar here. Gosh, this is almost 10 minutes anyways, even though I tried to go fast. Look at this. This just cracks me up, guys. The micromanagement here. 55% chance to gain 45% turn meter. Like, it's just like 60% chance is too much. like broken, ridiculous. Why would you ever do that? 50% chance. No, man, that's underpowered. Like, why would you? Who's gonna upgrade ACKBAR if you don't? If it's only 50%, it just makes me laugh. So, anyways, guys, let's go to the footage. We gotta get to the footage. I'm not gonna do another take on this. Hopefully, he said optimistically, but I don't know. Whoa, we're in the footage. Okay. All right, guys. So here's the first one. This is the same team as you guys have seen. You can see the, Gear 12-ness of them. And so we're facing a team with bounty hunters. I don't know which Mando that is. At some point we take on a Bando, but yeah, let's see how this goes. Now, the thing that I want you to look at, folks, and this is all going to be timestamped so you can go back. So you're going to want to watch the full fight here. Oh, and it is just normal Mando. You're going to want to watch the full fight, but if you can, pay attention to our buffs. Not to our buffs. The buffs are important too, but pay attention to our turn meter gain. It is just completely bonkers here. So she goes into stealth, and then he just basically spams his big head, his forehead move. And then, yeah, okay, so everyone's assisting. Stormtrooper Han doesn't quite get to go. Okay, so what you doing, Relic 8 Boba? Like, what's going on here, bud? What's happening here? Why are you the way that you are? And note that we are getting a small amount of protection recovery, but when all these characters were made, initially there wasn't even protection in the game. So, you know. Look at that, though, guys. Just destroyed them for all but one banner. We dropped one banner is all. And they didn't hardly get a turn. Boba got one turn. That's it. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this is against a Bando team with Fennec and Dengar. They're all relict and stuff. So remember, Bando gets bonus turns and stuff. He's got both of his Zetas. He's got relics. So we're going straight at him. And we know that at some point he's gonna take his bonus turn. Because he takes a certain requisite amount of damage, and then he gets his bonus turn. He goes into his poop stance. There it is. But we can take him out, and now we'll focus on, like, Fennec is pretty scary. She's got her OMICRON. You guys have seen what kind of crazy things I've been doing with Fennec lately. Or have you? Have you seen all of those things? But, so, otherwise, yeah, watching this, I really want to get Stormtrooper Han's potency up a little bit. That might be a nice little addition. So, look at that. They didn't even take a turn, guys. 57 banners, just like that. These are high relic teams, too, and we're just, like, we have relic 5 on Leia, and otherwise we're just good. And then, finally, this one. Oops. You guys didn't see. What? So, this is a Gear 12... Gear 12 on Kara, Relic 5 on Kyle Katarn, and then, of course, Mothra is probably Relic 5, but, I mean, we can't hit her, so it doesn't matter. So, try to kill Cara Dune here. And remember, this works a lot better against, like, this wouldn't work in 5v5 against Mon Mothma, because Kyle Katarn is too fast, but Kyle Katarn only gains 10% turn meter here, because Cara Dune's the only other Rebel fighter on the team, and so... Anyways, we're doing good. I was like, oh, nice. They're not even going to get a turn. But look at Mothra. She's slowly creeping up here. That saucy minx. Whatever that means. And, alright, Cara Dune's back. So I guess we'll just rinse, repeat. And hope that they don't kill it. But here's the thing, guys. We have that taunt. And they don't have Worthless Guy out. So they hit Stormtrooper Han. And everyone just gained a bunch of turn meter. And righted the ship. And we're good to go. So look at that. He went and he did his thing with the stuff, and there we go. We dropped some banners, but that was it, guys. I mean, this isn't going to just completely completely revolutionized GAC. I really do want to see what this looks like against like Darth Revan teams without Malak. This seems like it has a lot of legs. It's expensive though. The entry price is expensive. I recognize that. You want you need 2 Omicrons and you need a couple obscure Zetas, and they're all on characters that aren't unlocked characters. Though I will say ACKBAR does want relics for his fleet. He does, and this fleet is still very good. And Leia she keeps finding ways to be relevant. And, you know, Relic 5, you already need her at Relic 3 for 1 unlock. Stormtrooper Han is probably the most egregious in terms of gear, but I think it's the biggest thing is the Omicrons. So you have to make that choice. It looks really promising. I'm going to keep experimenting with it, guys, and keep you informed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this something you would want in your roster? Or, I mean, what's your goal for Omicrons? Like, what? Why haven't you done this already? And I don't mean that facetiously. I mean it like, I'm curious is there a reason, like, you're like, yeah, I would love it, but my guild is making me put Omicrons on things I don't want to for territory wars or something. I don't know. I would be curious to hear, guys. This is really fun. I'm really excited. This is one of the fun things about having an alt. You can put weird Omicrons on things and not care. So, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.